magnificent. Brilliant inning.
That's gone a long way. That is an incredible performance.
Hello everybody and welcome to a marquee event in Test cricket around the cricketing globe. It is the New Year Test match in Cape Town and we have a spectacular day. Have a look at that. It really is just outstanding, the conditions to play this second Test match. It's a Test match where South Africa have to play well after going down in Durban. AB de Villiers has not got the gloves in this Test match, which I think will relieve a lot of people. And Alistair Cook has started well already by winning the toss and electing to bat on a surface which is going to be a good one for batting. There's going to be a bit in it initially in the first session, maybe just past that, but it's going to be a good track to bat on initially, and his numbers are good. He averages just under the 40 mark against South Africa in this country, and he of course will be very excited to get going after playing so well just 2 days ago. Alongside me in the commentary box, Graham Smith, Michael Atherton. Good morning, boys. Michael, let me start with you. You're pumped up for this one?
Lovely, isn't it? One of the great occasions in the cricketing calendar, as you rightly said. I don't think there's a better ground for Test cricket, really.
So, Alistair Cook won the toss, elected to bat. Here we go. Morne Morkel to start proceedings. Morne Morkel is one of those bowlers who loves bowling at this venue. Seems to get really pumped up here, so it'll be interesting to watch now that he's leading the attack. Good record, Graham, of course, this venue for South Africa.
Yeah, Hayes, I mean, it's a real strong venue for the South African team, over an 80% win rate here, and the only international team to have success here since readmission, I think, is Australia. So you can hear in our mics the atmosphere around the stadium, the singing, the build-up to this Test match. It's so important for Morne Morkel to find the right length. He's more of a hit-the-deck bowler, but especially to these sort of two opening batters for England, he's got to be maybe a touch fuller, bringing them forward and hopefully extracting as much movement out of the surface as there is.
Catching is key. England certainly outfielded South Africa in Durban. In fact, outplayed South Africa in all three disciplines. That's a very good delivery and a good leave as well.
Boy, did it hit the gloves hard. If we see a replay there from Quinton de Kock, above shoulder height, ramming into his gloves. It's a good area from Morne Morkel. And good carry, guys. The surface looked nice and hard this morning. It normally starts a bit damp here on day one. The first session can have a little bit of nibble in it, but slow. And that just seemed to go through really nicely.
Very warm, very hot actually with the build-up. Morris also in the lineup. His dad, Willie, will be delighted.
Ah, and interesting. He's at third slip.
Yeah, I've seen him field at fine leg, and that's about it, I must say. Haven't seen him in the slips before. De Kock, 100 last week, all forms in 2015, 600 and 750s. So he's forced his way in, and I think the whole country will be delighted that AB de Villiers is no longer doing the keeping duties. 1 for none.
It's one of the things that isn't talked about so much, really, when a team is in transition, the difficulties around the slip cordon. You know, South Africa lose Smith and Callis, and they had Boucher there for a long time. That's a very settled 1-2-3. Used to be the same with Australia, same with England when there were Strauss and Collingwood there. And then when a team changes quickly and goes through a period of transformation, it really affects the slip cordon. It's such an important part of the game. I suspect South Africa will be a bit stronger for having de Kock there with the gloves and now AB de Villiers at second slip, but it's so important for a team that they have a settled 1-2-3.
Plenty of blue sky. Forecast is really good for 5 days. We hope that doesn't change, but gee, what a spectacular day for cricket. And here's Chris Morris, who's going to be bowling over number 2. I think we all thought that it might be Chiso Rabada. Known more as a T20 player, Chris Morris, I guess. That's what he's been earmarked as. First class record with the ball isn't too bad though. Has got some pace when he gets it going. Also 4 slips. 4 grabbers, 3 slips and the gully.
Yeah, and a good solid start from him. Nerves would have been working their way through that stomach of his. He's run up and he's found a good area to start his spell. It's maybe the one guy that can get it up to Cook and try and swing it. A lanky sort of action.
none for 93 when he played against the England 11 and Peter Maritzburg in the second warm-up game.
Straightforward selection call. They would have had the choice between Morris and Phil Cohen. Presumably they were a little worried about the batting, and that's why they've gone for Morris with 4 bowlers. Is that the right logic, or is he genuinely the better bowler of the two?
I would think they were probably 50-50, and I hope the fact that he didn't come into it. I think South Africa need to pick their best attack, and not having seen Hardisvillian bowl Hujimani is obviously doing well at first class level. I think it was just probably a call that they made, and what they saw at nets yesterday maybe, or who knows.
I was here yesterday. I watched a bit of Phil Cohen. He's an enormous man. He's massive. And this was the moment this morning that will live with Chris Morris for a long, long time, getting his cap from Sean Pollock.
I'm not sure he would have been even thinking about playing Test match cricket about 4 or 5 days ago. It's quite extraordinary. It's good for Morris and nicely played from Cook. The ball is coming on beautifully to the bat. There's pace in the surface first up. It's a push through the covers to get things going.
He's a reluctant driver of the ball, Alistair Cook, as we said. He tends to like to sit back. It's usually a good sign for him when he can get a drive away early. But I wouldn't discourage Morris and the South African bowlers more generally from bowling this type of length to Cook. You can see that he's kind of reluctant to come forward. So I think that's what they want to try and make him do. And Hashim Amla shouldn't be worried if Cook drives the odd ball to the fence.
Found the outside third of the bat. Good work in the slips.
Just to close down, Hayes, I mean, obviously I was only asked yesterday morning about this role, so there needs to be some time to consider whether you can feel you can add real value and also do what is required, I guess. And the last thing that he'll want is to get to tea, and he's pushed his seamers to 20 overs already, and there's a big session left in the day. So it's going to be interesting to see how he goes about it tactically.
Morkel again. I think one of the big differences when you get hammered like South Africa did in that first Test match in Durban, and you've touched on it, Graham, the South Africans will be doing a great deal of thinking about their work as individuals, their work as a unit, where they can improve in both of those categories. So on the other hand, England, Michael will be just getting into the Test match and arriving, practicing and feeling very relaxed about things.
Yeah, we're staying at the same hotel as the England team, and they looked quite a relaxed mob. They had a dinner at a Japanese restaurant in the Vineyard for New Year's Eve. All the families were there, wives and children.
Delayed appeal for Morné Morkel, but Quinton de Kock has gone up in a big way behind. Now Morné is striding down towards Hashim Amla. They're on the clock, of course, which is why Hashim Amla this time is running in. It's 15 seconds. Quinton de Kock is the one, I think, that has given the advice that they're not going to send it upstairs. I think the general consensus, A.B. de Villiers would have been probably involved in that chat down leg side.
Well, given the bounce that we'd seen, you'd think that LBW Morkel would be an unlikely dismissal on this pitch, but this was quite full. It's going to have to be full for Morkel not to be going over the top of the stumps. And they just slip down the leg side.
Good decision not to review that one.
Something an umpire will look at, won't he, straight away? He'll see the carry of the pitch, knows that Morné Morkel is 6'8", and he'll be thinking, unless it's very, very full here, I'm not going to be giving Morné too many LBWs on this surface.
Good work from Alain Dar in his 100th Test match. Whipped away. Opening batsmen are always strong in that region. They just dine out on that all the time.
Yeah, he just hasn't quite got his line right yet, Morkel to Hales. He's either been a little bit wide, and credit to Hales for leaving the ball well and then forcing Morkel to bowl a bit straighter, but he's got it too straight on this occasion. And early signs are this is a beautiful batting pitch, just a lovely bounce. Both drives from Cook on the offside and Hales now that clip through the leg side, a fairly flown off the middle of the bat.
Big shout. Just sliding, you'd think. Coming round the wicket, Chris Morris.
He'd be dead keen, isn't he? He's just searching for that first test wicket just to get him nice and relaxed. Change of angle, I think it's a good change of angle. It's a foolish delivery. Just probably sliding down the leg side, and even if it was nipping, it would be umpire's call. Cook just closing that front pad off.
Nice start this for England, and pitch looks a good one. And first up, Alistair Cook as the captain has decided that his side would bat first. He'd love to feel the ball on the bat, see a few shots go off to the fence, and yes, there'll be work to do against this new ball, but already one feels they would be quite settled with the initial decision to have a bat. It's well played. Shout of catch it. It was in the air for some time, but away from any fielders. 4 runs.
A bit of optimism there. Alistair Cook, very strong square of the wicket either side. It might have been in the air, but it was perfectly safe. Almost went all the way. Enjoys it out there.
Nice shot. The angle also over-pitched, and Cook can feed off those. 4 runs to end the 10th. It's 34 without loss.
Probably wouldn't mind a guy behind square on the leg side because of the way Cook plants his front foot in. Generally he's going to flick it just behind square on that leg side, particularly with the angle. Around, just drifting in there, just man catching on that warm-up pitch. I think would be a good option for the South Africans. But well put away.
Shots of catch it, and it's gone in the gap. Reinforced that area, and nearly, very nearly worked.
Very nearly worked, but yards away, but could be expensive, this experiment. See how close it is. It's pretty good in this area, Cook.
If you have a look at that replay again, you'll just see the hesitation of Cook as he flicks it in the air. He's just worried that maybe he's hit it straight to the fielder and he's going to be on his way. He looks up, it's airborne for about 15 to 20 meters.
Out, what a catch! Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant. It needed something like that this morning for South Africa.
Good length and a good line. We talked about it all the time. Draw Alistair Cook forward. Absolute brilliant catch by Morris at third slip. That's stuck in the left hand. Terrific piece of cricket.
He'll be very disappointed with this, Alistair Cook. He must have thought, oh, I have a chance of getting away. Quite way to his left. What a catch. What a catch. Coming into his first test match. They say he's brilliant in the sticks at domestic level, and he has proven that he's a good skipper. Goes for 27, Alistair Cook. England took the 5 for 1.
Nick Compton, the new man, successful in the first test match in Durban and 80 in the first innings. An average of 36, a best of 117 versus New Zealand in 2013. Solid. Well, I tell you what, Chris Morris might not have a wicket with his bowling, but this he will remember forever, because what a catch this is.
Absolutely brilliant. You're not going to see better than that, both from a catching point of view and a camera work point of view. That was a brilliant piece of cricket by Chris Morris. Delivery was better. We talked about it. We asked for that length. But just look how well he moved to his left side as well. cracked away. It's in the air, but a powerful shot for 4.
Morkel back into the attack. Just got that one wrong. Too short, too wide. Very tempting to have a slap at it.
There's an edge, genuine edge, and it's gone whistling through around 3.5 slips. So there's a bit of good fortune for Hales as he does bring up a 50. He'll be pleased with the 50 overall, but maybe not so much with that last shot. But the England supporters have enjoyed it. 93 for 1.
Yeah, good before lunch, particularly off his toes. You'll see a few nice clips through the onside when South Africa just erred a little straight. And then just when they dropped short, he got that favourite cutaway as well. It's a huge opportunity for him now. You look at this as an opening batsman, 110 for 1. You've seen off the shine and the hardness of the ball. There's cloudless skies, just a pristine pitch.
Boundary off the first ball certainly releases a little bit of pressure, doesn't have to do anything silly. He was outstanding in Durban, he really was. This is the dismissal of Hales in Durban. Down the track, beautifully played. That is a fine shot. 6 runs.
Excellent stroke, brilliant use of the feet. Came down the wicket at the right time. Very good weight transfer through the shot, didn't try and hit it too hard.
Yeah, and it's an awareness of the situation, really. Match awareness is so important in Test cricket, any cricket. That England will know that Hashim Amla just wants to keep Pete bowling here so he can rotate his quicker bowlers. It's only a 4-man attack.
There you go, there's the practice. There's the walk again, off. Look up under the sky into the distance somewhere. Talk to himself. Might be a ploy too from the South Africans just to stay outside, just get him to come and fetch them in front of 60, and he's played well. Hales.
That's what they didn't do in the first session. There was plenty of balls that the English batsmen let go by.
Gone! Beautiful catch!
Well, it's a line. He's left a few that have been quite wide, and then bullseye. Morne Morkel gets one that he's got to play at. Does he have to play at it? He does. Another good catch.
Maybe de Villiers is 200 to dismissal in Test cricket. The length is so important. It's nice and full. He dives across in front of first slip. Once he saw it, he decided he was going for it, and you need to keep going. A little bit of a trampoline bounce on a length. Quality catch from de Villiers. And the all-important breakthrough for South Africa, the second wicket. A good innings from Alex Hales comes to an end. He goes for 60. 129 for 2.
37 Test matches, 3,100 runs, average just under 55, 817 50s. It's a good player, Joe Root. Here's another look at the wicket. Superb catch. Good line. The length is good as well. He's caught it right in the middle of the hands. Dean Elgar waiting. It's taken away from him. Start from the bowler, not so much the field.
They've let him off the mark. Joe Root's first delivery. He can't bag him. 131 for 2.
Yeah, timely wicket for South Africa. England have not got away. 131 for 2, just around about 3 and over. He'd been operating outside, way outside, off stump. And then he gets one much closer. It's a good job he caught that. There'd be 1 or 2 words if he hadn't. Flying straight across first slip.
taken. Short ball from Rabada. Caught at mid-wicket, very straight mid-wicket. Compton hit it pretty well, actually. He'll be livid with himself. A short ball, he got onto it much quicker than Root did the over before, but he's picked out mid-wicket.
Oh, I think he's just fine there. He's got a little bit of that extended heel just behind the line. There'll be huge relief in that huddle at the moment. The South African team has got it a good heart, and it's Compton's hit it catchable, and Temba Bavuma takes a good catch.
And T, what a good time for South Africa to strike.
Well, I think South Africa will be very happy with the position that they are in, because at one point it seemed like they were staring down a very huge total, not just today, but building towards a big one overall for England. That last wicket before tea, as I said, he certainly would have lifted their spirits. Could have had a wicket or two more than they have at the moment, just 3, but still they are into the middle order. James Taylor, very good player, has gotten some runs around this time. Just 7 innings, pretty early in his test career, but he has been making runs in England for quite some time. Given another opportunity in the test team, and he's at the moment showing that he can get runs at this level, and he really does belong at this level.
Rabada now. Oh, there's a nick. There's a massive wicket. He's picked up another one as KG. What a good start by South Africa. Big smiles from Rabada, as you'd expect.
He's a Rabada. He's got a hat-trick in one-day international cricket. He stands on the brink of maybe trying to acquire one. I'm not 100% sure. I'm glad I don't have to make the decision. That looks alright. At that moment in time, looks like there's just something behind there. And then as it goes on forward, I think there's just something behind. And he's given him huge relief for Hisa Rabada. He's living on the edge. An interesting shot from Taylor first up. Big booming cover drive from a foolish delivery. Finds the outside edge. Good length from Rabada. And there he's out in front of his body. Thin edge through to the cock. He goes without bothering the scorer's first delivery. And the important thing is the 4th wicket is down. So England now 167 for 4.
Okay, Ben Stokes it is. Taylor first ball, he's gone. KG Rabada is now on a hat-trick. Stokes is one of those ones who likes to play an aggressive brand of the game, so this will be interesting to see how he goes about things. I'm sure he's going to be pretty circumspect with his first delivery. Come on, KG, get that foot back. That's what South Africa's saying right now. On target, but is bunted to the short mid-wicket position.
A huge momentum shift for South Africa. So it's right before the tea break, banged in short, pulled away with some conviction by Compton, and then the first delivery after the tea break, foolish in length. I'm not too sure why James Taylor was sticking around. He nicks it, he turns around, he sees the catch taken by Quinton de Kock. Hisa Rabada living on the edge with regard to that front foot.
Whipped away, nicely played. He's a strong lad as Stokes, and he's got that away for a boundary.
Yeah, good shot this from Ben Stokes. The last delivery from Morris was a touch wide. He tried to readjust his line. It ended up a touch straight. And you see the whip through square leg by Ben Stokes. Good flick of the wrists.
Big shout to South Africans, they like it. It was spontaneous for Morne Morkel as well. Masamamla is steaming in. He's going to have a chat to AB de Villiers, I think, initially, then probably Quinton de Kock. And yes, they do decide to send that upstairs. They look pretty confident, the South Africans.
Impact in line, but we're worried about the heart. And yes, missing the wickets. Too much bounce from Morne Morkel. So the review doesn't work out for South Africa. Much to the appreciation of the English crowd that have gathered here at Newlands. They're happy that Ben Stokes will live to fight another day. And Mr. Rod Tucker, he's got the decision right.
Yeah, it's always interesting with Morne Morkel. Height always comes into play pretty much wherever you are. 188 for 4.
Oh no, that's not it. That's not it. Punished.
It's the first really bad delivery he's bowled today. Didn't bother to test out the pitch. I remember playing a club game years ago and somebody screamed from the boundary when someone bowled it.
There we go, but this one's out the ground. It's a super hit.
Slog sweep, played to perfection. End of the over, 65 gone, 215 for 4.
Got everything right. The ball landed in the perfect spot. Look at that, right out of the middle of the bat. There's no one back there anyway. Even if he'd mishit it, it was safe.
Yeah. 50 for the England number 4.
And faultless, other than one scare when Rabada produced a brilliant bouncer and cramped him up and it went up in the air but didn't carry to anyone. For me, that's been a faultless innings.
50 for Joe Root, 50 from 79 deliveries. He's been in terrific form, but he knows that he's got to get 100. He's got plenty of 50s. A pitch where you can play your shots. Lovely shot there.
He's got him. Morris is on the board. His first test wicket for South Africa, and it's a big one.
Oh, what a wonderful feeling for Morris. Toiled away on debut. Just a little bit low, Root sort of off balance when he played it. But what a big wicket for South Africa. A huge wicket at this stage. All the discussion that we've had about new ball coming up. And it's Root that goes. He goes for exactly 50. 223 now for 5.
South Africa keep getting timely wickets. There's another one, 5 down, England 223 on the board. Johnny Bairstow next in. Stokes still there on 24. Oh, lovely shot through mid-on. It will go for 4. Stokes moves on to 29.
Just timing, isn't it? Pure timing. Played one through mid-wicket a little earlier. It was similar. Just lent on it. Just timing. Not trying to hit it hard. Just timed it beautifully.
They're lovely to watch, these slow motion from side on, and I know we talk about the batsman coming into the ball, his weight going forward into the ball. I think that's terrific from Stokes. In real time you don't actually see it, but slow motion side on.
Shout to catch it. It's gone over slip. Off to the boundary again, 2 in a row. And Ben Stokes brings up a half century. A 6th in Test match cricket. First one against South Africa.
Doesn't take much to get it over the head of Bavuma in that slip cordon. But anything slashed like that you will find going quite high. Already you're seeing the effect of those 2 boundaries. One man in the slip cordon is coming out. Bavuma himself is now pushed down to 3rd man. If you're gonna slash hard.
That's hit that well. That's a beautiful shot. It was short and wide. It deserved the treatment, I guess, at this stage of the day, but he's in good form, Bairstow. 300 up now for England.
Appreciated by the England's travelling support. It was definitely short and wide. Carved away behind square. Past backward point. It was Morné Morkel was at backward point for that delivery.
They lost their last 5 wickets for 63 in Durban to get just past the 300 mark. There is protection out there. Is he going to get there? It is Temba Bavuma. He does beautifully. But Stokes wants to come back for the third. He does. He charges back for the third. What an outstanding 100 this is. He is box office, this lad. Magnificent stuff.
Well, he's almost going to do a lap of honour. Wonderful innings from Ben Stokes at a great cricket ground. Good to see the ground full to the rafters. That's been special.
Coming off just 105 deliveries. So he's batted quite beautifully.
Well, there's a fella in front of us who really enjoyed that innings. Clapping above his head. Herschel Gibbs, he'd have liked that.
The sweeper on the offside. I think we might see Dane Pitt try and bowl a little bit wider of off stump. There is protection at deep mid-wicket, where if there's width, that's where Ben Stokes would look. But he's got all the shots as the all-rounder.
No real surprise as they found a fielder of the first one. We'll do something a bit different with the second one.
Chipped up in the air and over the boundary for 6. Beautiful shot.
He almost wasn't at the pitch of it, but he just went through with the shot. Over wide, long off, extra cover area. And it's downwind. And it's gone an absolute mile.
That's the problem that the spinner faces. Spinners always do best bowling into the wind, but that means the batsman is hitting with the wind. All he has to do is get enough bat on it. As we saw previously, that went a long way, but the previous one just went over the head of long off.
He's gone again. Got that out of the middle, and it's gone out the park. Ben Stokes becomes the 21st player to score 100 runs in a pre-lunch session for any day. He's been electric today.
They got this one out the middle, the slog sweep. Here we can see the contact.
Pulled hard by Ben Stokes. A salute to the skies. He raises both arms, punches the air. It's a double 100 for Ben Stokes. What a double 100 it has been. He's the 10th man in cricketing history at number 6 to score a 200 in Test cricket, and there can't have been any better.
Must admit, I've even got goosebumps. The atmosphere, the crowd standing on their feet, appreciating an incredible innings. I certainly feel privileged to have been here today, to have watched Ben Stokes go about his business. Congratulations, young man.
Emphasising his value to this England team. Bats at number 6, gets big runs, bowls pretty well as well. So he gives us the team exactly the balance that they need.
Yeah, just take a moment to soak it in. No matter how long his career is and how many great moments he has in his career, he'll do well to better this one. New Year's Test match at Cape Town with the blue skies ahead, Table Mountain in the background, 10,000 English fans in the ground. What a moment.
I remember spending a bit of time in the field in Delhi once. You know what those pitches can be like, Jappers. Don't remember the score being 550 though.
Wow. That's a long way back. That's a long part of the ground as well.
He's an incredibly clean hitter of the cricket ball. I bet he hits a golf ball 3 miles as well. But wow, he's hit this cricket ball beautifully today. No matter what pace. Spinner, little dibbly-dobbly medium pacer, or Morne Morkel. He's hit them all back over in their heads for 6.
Top edge, down to third man. 4 more. 600 comes up.
And the highest 6-wicket partnership in the game, in Test cricket since it began. Fantastic.
Thought Dane Pitt had an opportunity down here, but moved a little bit sluggishly.
There's another stroke, and there's another one that disappears into the crowd, into the stands. 250 up for Ben Stokes, putting on a show.
It's sheer power, not a very good delivery to a man who's sitting at the size of a beach ball. Long hop, and smashed away.
What a way to bring up that 250 as well. He's hit the ball beautifully all day, both off the front foot and the back foot.
Gone again. Bigger this time.
You've got to feel a bit for the young bowler, haven't you? I mean, he's got a man who's, well, at the moment he's bulletproof, he's invincible. The boundary isn't big enough. The bowlers aren't quick enough or slow enough. He's just smashing it, just smashing everything.
Well, that's gone a long way up in the air. De Villiers. Oh dear. It hits the stumps though. It's a run out. He was jogging along watching to see if the catch was taken. De Villiers puts the catch down and Stokes has run out. What a show he's put on though. A fantastic innings comes to an end.
Enjoy this moment. Make it last forever. Remember every step. Standing ovation. And it won't be just from this ground and the people watching this. It'll be from the cricketing public around the world. They'll be seeing this all over the place. If not today, we'll do the next few days. Absolutely magnificent. And Stokes goes 259.
Another look at it. Mokgisi Rabada rolled his fingers across this one. It goes a long way up in the air. AB de Villiers never misses anything but misjudges straight through the hands, but then he had the presence of mind to react quickly, and the throw was accurate. How long are they going to keep going? That's the question. 622 for 6.
Bairstow keeps the show going. That's a huge hit. 6 runs.
It's an interesting over, isn't it? 6-6, no run out, 6.
Another look at it. Beautifully played hook shot. Just one away now from 150. Johnny Bairstow.
A well-played 150. Johnny Bairstow also filling his boots. Captain Alistair Cook just waited for that moment. Got the milestone and has called them in.
Yeah, a good decision. The team will be high in there, the adrenaline will be pumping. Stokes, Bairstow, they'll be enjoying their moments. And now it's the time for the team to come out. South Africa will be flat, demoralised, and now they've got to pick themselves up. England, if they can strike with a new ball, they're under immense pressure. Well played, Johnny Bairstow. 150 from 191 balls, 18 fours and 2 sixes. England declare their innings 629 for 6.
And it is a good time to declare because it gives England 2 bites of the new ball. They'll have a short stint before tea and then after tea again. And South Africa will be demoralised to say the least.
So England get to work with the ball now. We've talked long and hard about the length to bowl. I'm sure that the bowling coaches and the senior players will have seen that it seems to be a full length. And Sean Pollock and Michael Atherton alongside.
Yes, a real test for South Africa now. The signs just towards the end of that innings of a bit of disintegration in the field, with experienced players like Morkel dropping a catch at long on, De Villiers dropping a catch of all people just before he ran out Ben Stokes. So signs of disintegration there, and therefore these opening moments absolutely vital for South Africa, that the opening batsmen show resilience and mental strength to get through this new ball spell, because this is still a very good pitch to bat on.
Yeah, they would have felt helpless for a period of time, but all of a sudden you need to pump yourself up, get that self-belief going again. Sven van Zyl, home ground for him, averaging just under 32. But we do expect a quality bowling performance from England here. That's the advantage of batting first. You get to assess the conditions, work out what's the right line, what's the right length. Jimmy Anderson's been out of the game for a while with that calf injury, but with all his experience you'd expect him to work it out pretty quickly, and you'd also expect him to swing the ball around. Haven't seen much of that in this test match so far. South Africa don't have the personnel that swing the ball in general with the new ball in their hand, but Jimmy Anderson, he's a pass master.
Elgar is away, and he played really well at Durban.
Interesting to see what Anderson does to Van Zyl. England had a fair bit of success round the wicket to Van Zyl. Anderson often likes to bowl round the wicket to left-handers. Might just have a look to see whether the ball is swinging first of all.
He's almost gone away a little bit, Jimmy, from the strategy of trying to shape the ball back into the left-handers. He's a big believer these days in the delivery that shapes away, trying to bring the slip cordon into play rather than the LBW and the bold. He can bowl the delivery, don't get me wrong, but he just favours. There we go, see the seam position straight away, looking to go away from the batsman.
Lovely shot, tripped away. This is a cracking pitch for batting.
Yes, it is, and there were signs in the second innings at Durban actually that Van Zyl was just starting to find his range. He played some lovely shots through offside and leg. I think the issue for him is probably a little bit like the one that faces Alex Hales for England, just getting the knowledge of how to construct a test match innings. It's all very well playing a few nice shots and you get yourself to 30, but then if you lose concentration and get out, much good in a test match, so he has to learn how to construct a big test match innings. It looks as though he's got talent.
Oh, huge appeal. They'll think about this. I think he's hit it.
Double sound, I think. I suspect there was a little inside edge.
Stuart Broad was trying to convince his captain there that you're sure he didn't hit his pad. You have a look at it. Yeah, just a little inside edge. Maybe even sliding down the leg side would have been probably an umpire's call. Tendency to plant his front foot a little bit like Alistair Cook and play around it. There's the confirmation.
Oh, hit the stumps, hit the stumps, hit the stumps. God! Oh, what a shambles.
Well, it is amazing how often on days like this that a run out just comes into the mix. Talked about the disintegration towards the end of the England innings with drop catches, and now just a needless run out. Push into the offside, there doesn't seem to be any danger whatsoever. And Sale sent back, the throw comes in, Bairstow made good ground to the stumps, and little doubt, I think, that the run out has been accomplished.
Yeah, well short of his ground there, Stian van Zyl. He was convinced there was a single all along. Dean Elgar wanted absolutely nothing to do with it. He just wanted to check that the bails hadn't come off before the ball was safely in the wicket-keeping gloves. And I don't see there being any problem there. Look, yeah, Van Zyl was convinced the one. Elgar was ball watching, wasn't interested at all. Taken by Bairstow. Third umpire judges it to be a clean take before he dislodges the bails, and the first set-upping wicket is down. Van Zyl goes for 4, 7 for 1.
Van Zyl will be sat up there and thinking that's a single. His mates let him down. He just hit and run, didn't it? It's a single, it's a 1. Elgar, no thanks.
Well, let's keep an eye on Dean Elgar at the non-striker's end. What's his reaction here? And Sale just set off as if that was a regulation single, as if it was the easiest single in the world, but Elgar was having none of it.
Oh, huge appeal this time, what's he think? And gone! Oh, he's done it again, Moeen Ali.
He's done it, he's got the decision, but Elgar reviewed immediately. Without even a chat to his captain at the other end, Elgar reviewed, which suggests he feels very confident that something will be there to overturn the decision.
Yes. Oh, big inside edge. Oh, huge inside edge, and there's the clue. Michael Atherton saying he reviewed it immediately.
The clue was in the speed with which Elgar reviewed.
Lovely, driven straight down the ground with control. Nice to field the middle of the bat. He's gone for 4. Well, terrific. He's done it again. Shed full of runs. Short ball does the trick. Good catching in the gully.
I think that's my first commentator's curse. Just held its line up the slope. Dean Elgar just looks to turn it, closes the face, and the leading edge. A good catch at backward point.
They might just have a look at his front foot. I think he's okay. Compton is a catcher. You're dead right, it's a short ball that just holds up. Elgar's on his way. 44, 85 for 2.
AB de Villiers walking out to bat for South Africa, and you've got to believe that this is a massive partnership for the South African cricket team. Two frontline batters, both great records. So AB de Villiers, 104 test matches, just short of 8,000 test runs, an average of 51.
So South Africa going along swimmingly, no problems at all. It is a ball that pitched and just left him. It's just held. Thick outside edge. 85 for 2.
This is what we see from a different angle. Very athletic catch. Had a little bit of ground to make up. Gonna have to get a dive in, but there's the shut face, and that ball just holding up, just straightening a fraction. That's all it takes from that angle round the wicket. It wouldn't have been a mistake by the batsman to feel that he can play it down and just on the onside.
3 slips then for de Villiers. Short leg, deep backward square leg, deep fine leg. Wonder what plans, and they will have a plan. There's still a pristine batting pitch for AB de Villiers. They've seen a lot of him. Look at videos and footage of him playing brilliantly, and strengths and weaknesses. I wonder if they've come up with anything. Where are they going to look? Outside edge. Oh, it's gone through. Oh, keep your eye on Jimmy Anderson.
Well, what might this mean to this match? Player of the class of de Villiers. It did go very quickly, but it's just that's the line that David Lloyd was saying, that he's likely to bowl just that 4th, 5th stump. Lovely height though, wasn't it? Oh dear.
You've got one seriously grumpy bowler there, and a player of de Villiers' quality, and that's the line, that's the plan they would talk about. Just get it outside, get him driving. Oh, look at that, Graham, waist high.
Oh, that's meat and drink for a spinner. Never easy, Bumble, but it's one that Joe Root himself would expect him to take. It's one of the easier ones with nice heights.
50 for Hashim Amla.
What a good one, given the events earlier in the day. It's a high-class 50. It shows the character of the man, the resilience that's in there. Brought up with a beautiful flick to the leg side, and he used his wrists to work that ball late, but with power as well.
Whipped away, didn't get it right, Finn. Straying to the legs of Amla, and he doesn't miss out on those.
A real strength of Hashim Amla. Go slightly wider on the crease here, trying to target those stumps, but he gets it too straight. It's in the air for a while, but absolutely no risk. The man is in front of square on the leg side, and that goes dead square. Just a flick of the wrists.
How about that to bring up your half century?
Yeah, this is the AB de Villiers we've come to know over the years. Brings up 8,000 runs for him in Test cricket for South Africa. Beautiful use of his feet, gets to the pitch, brings up his 50 as well. Class batting.
Just the third South African to go past 8,000 test runs. He joins Graham Smith and Jacques Kallis. Is a beautiful stroke. Just a little shuffle down the wicket. Didn't try and hit it for 6. Beautiful shot. You're talking about those chances a little earlier, Jackers, and you never want to give a chance to any batsman, but these two. End of the 65th, 180 for 2.
He plays a bit of a rare shot on the offside, off the spin of Moeen Ali. Beautiful shot, half volley it was, but he's got it away to open his account after lunch in style.
Similar line angle to the one that he edged to slip in the opening session, albeit from a different bowler, Joe Root. Boundary that takes Hashim Amla past a nice landmark for him. 7,000 test match runs.
And also to 95. That's a bit of a freebie. And it's a terrific little nudge down the offside for another 100. Outstanding stuff from Hashim Amla. He is back. That's great news for South Africa. He's played beautifully today. And there'll be enormous relief from the skipper with those 3 figures.
Always good to come through a tough time and cap it off with 100. That's exactly what Hashim Amla has been able to do today. He's led from the front, playing an innings of real substance on a perfect batting pitch.
It's his 24th 100. It's his 5th 100 against England. And it's his first 100 of 2016. And a big smile from the skipper. Short, AB's pounced on that. He's a wonderful player, AB de Villiers. He's not going to miss out on that little opportunity.
And that's the other thing, the ratio of 6s that are hit now. Ben Stokes hit 11 in his innings yesterday. The strength of the player, it's a much more physical and dynamic game. Obviously the bats as well are huge. The ball just flies now for 6 regularly.
Big shout, huge shout, and the finger goes up. It goes up straight away. That often tells you there's an inside edge.
Stokes kicks the ground. Stokes kicks the ground. I think he does know inside edge of AB de Villiers' bat.
Absolutely no hesitation from de Villiers whatsoever. Stokes is walking away from the... If anyone knows whether the batsman's nicked it, it's the bowler, trust me. Can't tell so well from behind, but this will tell us. There it is, big inside edge. It won't take long to make this decision.
There's the decision changed.
I think he almost knew, Alim Dar. I reckon quite a lot of umpires certainly over the many years, that they'll make a decision and they'll... Well, I might have got that wrong, and the very reaction from the bowler virtually told him he got it wrong. And you saw that acceptance there when he was told by the third umpire that he's got to change his decision. He kind of had a little resigned look on his face, as if, well, I knew that was coming.
Yeah, I wonder what that conversation's all about. Look at what happens straight after the appeal. Yep, he kind of knows, turns around, is going to his mark, he kicks the ground. Yeah, there you go, inside edge. After you've seen the first view of...
Taken! Finally England hold on to one. It needed to be at the second grab, but it's Anderson. It's a short ball from Finn. And it was almost as if de Villiers was waiting for it. He was into position, he hit it well, but he hit it at catchable height. And finally England have taken a chance.
Yeah, it was a predictable length that was going to come at AB de Villiers. He decided to go on the attack. Picked out Jimmy Anderson. Banged in short, so the short pitch strategy from England has worked. There we go, at the second grab, Anderson manages to get it in his hand safely. And the third South African wicket has gone down. A well-constructed innings from AB de Villiers, very patient. He goes for 88, 268 for 3.
Faf du Plessis, it's been a long wait for him today. He's had to sit there for a long time watching de Villiers and Amla take advantage of this pristine batting surface and the beautiful weather, but now finds himself at the crease with de Villiers gone for 88 and South Africa, it sounds handily placed at 268 for 3, but still trailing by a massive 361. So Cook moves onto the attack now. This is the end of de Villiers. It's a good catch, it was hit hard.
De Villiers stood his ground for a time. Obviously knew was out, but just disappointment.
Edge, but the edge went down. There are 3 slips and a gully in place. And du Plessis gets himself off the mark, first ball.
There could be a period of time here where this test match seems a little bit different. New man at the crease. Bowlers are recharged by the energy created by that wicket. And that one just bounces short. Thick edge. Good delivery to get first up. Squares Faf du Plessis up. But the contact doesn't make it carry to the third slip.
Controlled again. Finn into the attack now. 300 on the board for South Africa for 3. Only 3 down at this stage, but still they trail by 329.
It's been the day they were hoping for.
Wants it, there's a little hesitation, but Amla will get through. So will du Plessis, and Hashim Amla has 150.
Well played, Hashim Amla. He needed this innings, both from his own personal point of view and from the team's perspective. Leading from the front, as we've seen him do so often at his best under these circumstances. 7th time he's passed the 150 mark.
150 for Hashim Amla, South Africa's captain. A chance not taken, but some really good stroke play, as is always the case when Hashim Amla is going. A long time, a long lean period, and now he comes back to form with a fine innings, an important innings for him, for his side, as they try to start 2016 on the right foot after a forgettable 2015 with regard to test match cricket.
There it is, 50 for Faf du Plessis. There won't be a big celebration because he wants the big number.
Just the beginning. It's been a long time between drinks. Herschel Gibbs offering his congratulations.
Well played so far, Faf du Plessis. I want to turn this into a big score.
Down the ground by Faf du Plessis. It brings up the 400.
Well, South Africa marching along. And partnership increases to 135.
Nice, Joe. Nice, Joe.
Oh, he gave him a real good look at that one as well, Joe Root. Skip down the wicket. Nicely played.
There it is, a 200 for Hashim Amla. A little dink into the onside, Joe Root hanging a little deep at mid-on, and delight on the face of the South African captain, who goes through to another double hundred in Test cricket.
Yeah, superbly played by Hashim Amla. Exactly what his team required, what Hashim Amla required. It wasn't in great touch in 2015, but the first opportunity of 2016, he's turned it around. And a great cause here for his teammates. They appreciate his efforts. And there's the Hashim Amla army. I'm very happy with his innings as well.
Hashim Amla, 200 not out. Played beautifully all around the ground. Feature was his discipline outside of stump early on. Just grew and grew in confidence. What a knock it has been from the South African captain.
Oh, he's got him. That is a beautiful delivery. Wide of the crease from Stuart Broad. It's the end of a magnificent innings from Hashim Amla. He really has been absolutely outstanding. It was going to take something special to get rid of him. It has done. But the crowd is raising as one to see the end of Hashim Amla.
Yeah, nice to see the England player shaking his hand as well. He has done well. He was under enormous pressure. He really has done well. Now, we're checking for a no ball here. Now, that would be the icing on the cake regarding England.
Well played, Hashim Amla. Excellent knock for the South African team and himself. Filled with confidence and good emotion walking off here. Deserves every bit of applause that he's getting. And for 201, what a knock it has been.
Temba Bavuma, averaging 20 in his Test career. Best of 54 against Bangladesh. He just walked past one in that second innings in Durban. So he'll be a little bit toey. He needs a few runs, actually, does Temba Bavuma. And that new ball, the third new ball, is new, and the England players will feel they've got a bit of a chance here. Faf du Plessis has played superbly on 86. Just providing a little bit of advice to Temba.
Yeah, just nips back a little bit, catches the inside edge. The sound you don't want to hear as a batsman.
11 hours and 43 minutes at the crease for Hashim Amla.
Now, you can't say enough good things about the way Hashim Amla played. You need to understand the amount of pressure he would have been feeling when he walked out to bat. You all know the class of the man, and it shone through again.
Well, just to pick up on that, and obviously you know him better than most, I mean, would he have been quite tense? And I mean, the Hashim Amla we see is unflappable from the outside. How would he have been feeling walking out before that inning started?
Yeah, you'd never notice much from his demeanour. It never really changes. Hashim is Hashim, you know. He's what you see is what you get, and he's never really too far up or too far down, sort of emotionally. He stays pretty steady. It's always difficult to know what a guy's feeling inside.
Oh, he's got him. That's a very good catch. They've got one, they've got two, so that's the end of Faf du Plessis. What a shot grab that is.
Well, you're saying how quickly a game of cricket can change. 2 quick wickets. Both men were established at the crease. Jimmy Anderson gets the outside edge. And Ben Stokes doesn't drop much.
The angle around the wicket. Faf du Plessis looking to play a little bit square on the offside, and with the angle to third slip, and a good catch. England held on to one. Faf du Plessis gone for 86. And a big partnership of Hashim Amla and Faf du Plessis, both in batsmen are gone now.
So he's in the wickets column, James Anderson. Really good work from Ben Stokes. Sharp grab, just going a little bit to his left. And it's the end of Faf du Plessis. He was there for a long time. 216 balls for his 86. Another one of the South Africans who didn't convert to three figures. A.B. de Villiers the other, who scored 88. But they're a bit more animated now, the Englishmen, and that's to be expected. Right, so things have changed a little bit. That third new ball's been taken. 2 wickets have fallen in no time, which brings Quinton de Kock. So a couple of batsmen at the crease now who are on naught. Quinton de Kock has been in good form at domestic level.
Good shot. Lovely shot. Out. The plan works for Stuart Broad and England, and now South Africa are 6 down.
Well, Quinton de Kock, that leg side field was backed exactly what England were bowling for. So as Michael Oling pointed out, they spotted something. Bowling straight lines at Quinton de Kock with the odd short ball and a leg side field, and it's paying dividends.
Not too sure about Quinton de Kock's approach though. That's a 50 over game shot. He didn't have to be playing strokes like that under these circumstances. This is a test match. He goes for 5, 449 for 6.
Now the lengths of Broad and Anderson will be tested, because one batsman's about 6'6" and the other one about 5'5". Just his first class career. Debut test match.
Here's that dismissal again. Ball was well above his head. You're not going to be controlling that shot when the ball is that high. And there was no need for it. Any ball above your head like that, just allow it to go through. Unless he thought South Africa were trying to set us England the target, get some runs.
Not off the mark. Got some runs in the last first class game, Chris Morris, that he played in. The Titans got 86. And then was called up to this side.
He's not bad, particularly in one-day cricket. And in T20 cricket, he can hit the ball. There's no doubt about that. Average of 30 in first-class cricket. We just have to work out how many of those runs were scored in the semi-professional division and how many were scored in the top division.
Well, he's away with a nice stroke. I just look at this lead and I must think, how brave is Alistair Cook? That brings up the 450. How brave is Alistair Cook to go and set South Africa something, give himself enough time to try and bowl South Africa out on the surface?
Just a push, and it'll go for 4. Such timing.
This is exquisitely played. Remember, he's probably expecting a few short balls, but he still gets a good stride in there. Not a long stride, because he only got little legs, but it's a good stride. Sweetly played, sweetly played.
Yeah, sweetly played and placed. Let's just add to the frustration. I think the mindset for England would have changed when they picked up those 3 wickets in just 10 runs. They would have thought, hold on, maybe we can run through this South African low order. But they're offering resistance.
Oh yes, more from Mavuma, and together with Morris they've accumulated 50. Good partnership also brings up South Africa's 500.
Just waits for the delivery to come to him here, Temba Bavuma. There's the 500 up for South Africa. The spectators appreciate it. They've got their flags out. There's two good shots from Temba Bavuma. One off the front foot, and then this one banged in back of a length. Just opens the face, guards it behind. Point. And away to the boundary she goes.
There's his 50. Well played. What a response from the South African crowd.
Biggest cheer of the day. They had a double 100 for the South African captain Hashim Amla, but I don't think the cheer for that matched the one for Temba Bavuma, who's gone to a half century in just 52 balls with 11 bright boundaries.
Well played, young man. Every one of the South African batters was under pressure coming into this test match. Temba Bavuma stood up and played a beautiful knock. Found himself in a tricky situation. He's batted beautifully through it.
Get conditions like this, it really does show the true value of a talented wrist spinner, someone who's going to drop it in the right areas and get some work out of the footholds and get something out of this pitch, whereas Moeen Ali with the finger spin is extracting pretty much nothing. Dane Pete got a better turn on day one, but that was due to perhaps a little bit of moisture around the place, but gee, we've seen nothing go off the straight and narrow since then. Big shout that time. They're thinking about going upstairs, I think, by the look of Johnny Bairstow. Yes, Alistair Cook has said, let's send it upstairs and have a look. I guess they might as well. And they've got their reviews available.
Looked pretty straight. We'll just have to see if there was maybe a bat involved. Hit him in line with the stumps. Nothing wrong with the front foot, so we can continue on.
His first replay is to see if there's any connection with the willow. That's the most important thing about this replay. Nothing at all. Does it hit him in line? That's going to be the question. That replay, by the way, is not totally in line or totally down the line that the umpire's view. But Ultra Edge is going to give us nothing apart from connection with the pad. So now let's have a look and see if there's anything to shout about down the line. Well outside the line. So the original decision is going to stay exactly that. Good decision from the Centurion.
Nice shot. Chris Morris drives through the offside to get to a maiden half century. He's on debut. And that smile, well, you won't be able to wipe it away. Well batted.
He's the third South African number 7 to achieve 50 on debut. And the support he's given Bavuma has been fantastic. Partnership 137.
Shot. Just 3 on the offside. Pierced and gone for 4.
Yep, good bit of batting. It was a little slower from Joe Root, just lobbed up into the air in 75 miles an hour, and Morris waited and waited and played it off the back foot.
Reverse sweep from Bavuma. Stayed nice and low and hit the middle of the bat. Moves him to 92. Just on a separate note to the milestone, I was just really hopeful that South Africa would declare tonight at some stage. There's the other debate, go 100 runs ahead or 80 runs ahead. I think England have been in the field for 200 odd overs.
Out. Simple catch. England have held on to one, and it is Joe Root that's taken the catch.
Some will say that's a soft dismissal, but Stephen Finn is getting just rewards for the hard work that he has put in, and that's still just his second wicket. I think everyone would agree that his bowling has been a lot better than producing 2 wickets. Joe Root, drive under up, And he takes the catch. Makes it look simple on this occasion. Chris Morris makes 6-9 on his debut. 6-1, 6 for 7.
Kagiso Rabada, known to his mates as KG. Now he's got to stick around. He's got to fight for Rabada as he works his way to his 100. Here's the wicket again.
Just lofted on the offside. But the batsmen have been playing through the line of the ball because of the nature of this pitch. Such a good pitch. The ball comes on quite nicely to the bat. Not very well timed. Perhaps he wasn't quite over the ball when he drove.
Job done. Job done by Kagiso Rabada. 6-16 for 7. Edged, it's gone fine. Will it go for 4? Moeen Ali makes it 100. 100 for Temba Bavuma.
Temba Bavuma, you beauty! What an awesome achievement. Hear the crowd going mad. Means a lot for him, means a lot for South Africa. There's his father. Everyone on their feet, and rightly so. Temba Bavuma's maiden Test century.
It'll take a while to settle and to eventually sit down, and he needs to breathe. Well, at least it shows you what he was doing, in that he was working hard for his teammate, wasn't he? It was, I'm not getting out here and allowing Morkel or Dane Pitt to be at the wicket. I want to be there. Now the shots are coming out, and that was a tired dive by Stephen Finn. 6:27 for 7. And there we go. Hashim Amla calls time. The declaration has come. South Africa are going to have a go. But the afternoon and the day belongs to Temba Bavuma, as he will be cheered off Newlands.
Outstanding response from the South African cricket team. England 629 for 6. South Africa just being able to declare just sends a message, doesn't it, HD? I think tough half an hour ahead for the England batters tonight. I know the surface is flat. The South African seamers have an opportunity to run in, put England batters under pressure.
Welcome back to Newlands. We have got just under half an hour of play left on day 4. What a sensational performance by Temba Bavuma. 102 not out as the declaration came. Just a couple of runs behind England. And we could have an interesting little period here for England batsmen, because they've been on the park for a long time. 211 overs. They're bound to be a little bit sluggish. As you look at those scorecards, with Stokes the star for England. Umler a double 100 as well. Bairstow got his 150 unfinished. And the England bowlers really did toil. They put down lots of chances, and that's something they'll be quite disappointed about. If you want to look at the various degrees of difficulty, it can rack up to 10 chances they put down. But at the moment, there's nothing in this Test match. We haven't got that much time left in the Test, but who knows? South Africa get stuck in tonight, pick up some quick wickets. Footwork's going to be heavy. The players are bound to be tired. And the South Africans will be quite sprightly out there alongside me. Kepler Wessels and also Ian Botham Beefy take me through this 100.
I have to tell you, I thought Temba Bavuma played magnificently from the moment he got to the crease. He pulled the ball, took the quicks on when they came in trying to attack him, with a ball that was relatively new. Then he got the cover drive out, then he got the cut out, reverse lap, you name it, he played it, and he played it well. And what a moment for the young man. Fantastic.
Pretty special, Kepler.
It was. I've seen him play a few times before. I thought he played well in Delhi in the test match when he had to open the batting. He looked pretty composed there. He had a tough time in Durban, so he showed character to come back and bat so well today, and also once he got the start, to convert that start. So excellent effort by Temba Bavuma.
And I guess this is the last thing that these England top order batsmen wanted. Alistair Cook is a fine player, we know that. And he's someone who's going to be very determined just to see out stumps tonight, and his partner Alex Hales.
But there's about 11 or 12 others in that dressing room quite pleased to be in the dressing room.
Yeah, let's make it 9 rather than these guys. They're going to come out and face the music straight away. Morné Morkel.
All the backroom boys will all be happy. No more drinks to ferry out.
Except for the night watchman.
Works that away. That's what opening batsmen like, something around about the hip area. They can just work on the onside and scamper down the other end. Alex Hales will have to look to curve his natural instinct, I'd imagine, in this sort of situation. If he gets a half volley, he'll certainly look to put it away. First prize is to make sure they see off these next few overs from Morkel. And presumably Rabada. We'll have to wait and see if it's Chris Morris, because he took the new ball in the first innings. It's a good lead, good channels by Morné Morkel.
Did that well in the first innings. Alex Hales left well outside off stump. Got out that way in Durban in the first innings when he drove at one that wasn't full enough and was too wide as well, but he learned from that and he left well.
Nicely worked. A little bit straight that time from Morkel from around about the off-stump region, but that's okay. Track is good. Hales has no trouble whatsoever.
Got a lot of runs through there, through mid-wicket, Alex Hales during that first innings.
Still brilliant carry.
Yeah, as we've seen throughout this game, the new ball, 10 overs, that's about your lot. You'll make the most of it. Let the batsman play. So you can winkle a couple out.
So conditions are very different on day 5 today in Cape Town. High of around about 26 degrees, that's what is expected. Overcast as well. Let's have a closer look and see if the likes of Rabada can get a bit of movement through the air with the ball. He's also operating with the 4 slips and also the short leg. Quite deep is Temba.
Michael, you see England play all the time. The drop catches, is that something that's unusual for them?
Well, it's been unusual within the last few months, probably from the start of last summer, when, in fact, Trevor Bayliss took over as coach. England's slip catching particularly, and their catching more generally, has been sound. I think you saw in Durban they took some sharp catches. Here, of course, I reckon they put down about 9 in my estimation. Not all of them straightforward, of course. Root's probably the easiest at slip.
Goes the finger. Rabada has struck. That is a big one first up. It's Captain Cook who's got to stride back to that change room. That's exactly what South Africa needed.
Down the leg side, Alistair Cook going fraction too far across. The ball coming into the left-hander, so a bit of a strangle down leg side, but the breakthrough that South Africa needed first up this morning.
Just a hint of movement. The seam was pointed to leg slip as if he's trying to get it to come back into the England captain. It did. That faint tickle and an easy carry through to the cock down the leg side. So that's just the start South Africa wanted, to get rid of Alistair Cook for 8, 17 for 1.
Stephen Finn was employed as the night watchman last night, which gave Nick Compton a little bit of a breather. But he's out there first up this morning. 11 test matches, played very well in Durban, 85 in the first innings. It set a tone for the series. An orthodox number 3 batsman, played a couple more shots from time to time.
Just notice there's a man back straight away on the hook on the leg side. He's got out on a couple of occasions playing the shot. Wonder whether South Africa will go at him hard early on with some short pitch stuff.
It's good delivery from Rabada. Big shot from the South Africans. They like it. Now this will be interesting to see if this goes upstairs. Rabada's very keen. Hashimamla's marching down from mid-off.
Bat. Was there bat involved? We're going to have a look.
Yeah, I heard a double sound as well. I think that's the issue.
Here's the question mark first up, and that's a big tick for KG Rabada. No problems with that one. This will give us an indication as to see if there's any connection with the willow. And there was. So we're not going to go any further at all.
Big inside edge.
There's an edge. Oh my goodness! Goodness gracious me! Chris Morris has taken one of the finest catches you will ever see. That is simply outstanding.
Well, which is better, the one to get rid of Cook in the first innings left-handed, or now the one to get rid of Hales right-handed? Both exceptional catches, diving and low. One left-handed, one right-handed. What a catcher.
Won't see better than this. First innings, he dived to his left, this time to his right. Absolutely brilliant, Chris Morris. England in trouble.
That was behind him. Magnificent stuff from Morris. Look at the smiles from the South Africans. Wow. Couple of quick wickets now. Howes goes for 5, 19 for 2. Okay, Joe Root. He is a fine player. He wouldn't have been expecting to come in this early, that's for sure. He's at the non-strikers end at the moment. Compton on strike to Rabada. Just a bit of a check drive there from Compton. Well, if you happen to miss that catch from Chris Morris, get settled now. Absolutely brilliant. Down towards that vacant third man region, when you've got enough guys around the bat looking to pick up wickets and take catches, there's always going to be a gap down there.
Useful runs for England. Just settle the nerves a little bit. They need a partnership to make this game safe. One big partnership will ensure that that happens.
He was involved in a very important partnership as well. It was Morris with Temba Bavuma. Got himself some runs, 2 blinding catches.
Good catch. Morne Walker gets the line and he finds that edge. It's de Villiers this time to complete the catch. Hanging about though, just to see if there's a no ball.
Checking the front foot.
And Morne Walker turned around to have a word with the umpire and said, was that all right? It's not going to be.
There's the decision. No ball. So Joe Root gets a life. Morne Morkel. pushing the line, that time over.
Yeah, Morne Morkel has a look, but he'll have a look up at the screen and see the replay. It's disappointment for the South Africans. It's exactly what they were after. The third wicket would have been down. Joe Root would have found himself back in the dressing room. But I suppose you've only got yourself to blame. The line belongs to the umpire. You have to have something behind it. And although Morne Morkel strikes his front sparks on the ground, there has to be a bit of that heel behind.
Oh, Bolden! Fantastic delivery. Just a little bit of shape away and smashes into off stump. What a start for Morris.
An absolute peach of a delivery from Morris. He had a blinder of a catch earlier on in the piece. And with the first ball he delivers here this morning, he gets it to swing away from the right-hander and cannon into that off stump. Here we see it. Foolish delivery, slides in and then just straightens as it pitches. Into that off stump, the third English wicket now down. Joe Root, he had a lifeline earlier on, but he has to be on his way. Great delivery that from Chris Morris.
Just on the brink of the drinks, England lose their third wicket. Not a bad morning, Chris Morris, not a bad delivery. Squaring up Joe Root, he's gone. And it's 55 for 3, and it's time for drinks.
New batsman James Taylor. A duck in the first innings. First ball after a break, and here he is again. It's Morris. And he's away. A neat little punch through mid-wicket. Rabada will give chase and get through for 3. Well, South Africa have created a flutter within this England dressing room.
Yeah, good day to everybody. Morris is on a roll. He would have been disappointed after the first innings and probably had a sleepless night after the way Ben Stokes took him apart, but he's bounced back with runs. Another wonderful catch, and he started with a great delivery, straight, almost just held its line slightly. Knocks over England's premier batsman Joe Root.
Taken. Compton will look back in despair at this dismissal with a man placed at short mid-wicket. Maybe a little bit slower from the off-spinner Pete. Just a little bit of loop drew Compton into the drive, and he's put it straight into the hands of mid-wicket.
Yeah, is it clever bowling, or has the batsman made an error, and how did he make it? Does that ball dip just a little bit? He's clipped it quite nicely. Faf du Plessis does the work. I think there's a little bit of both there, though. I think that just a little loop just did him in the air. He's gone for 15, 85 for 4.
If, and it's a big if South Africa went on to pull off a win here, it'd have to be one of the most remarkable wins, wouldn't it, in Test cricket? You can think of England in 81 at Headingley. It would be in that league, wouldn't it?
It will be.
Further over, man.
Just wonder what Stokes will do in this innings, how he's going to try and play. He's clearly got to just try and survive till the lunch break. It's probably going to be just the one over left after this one.
3 balls to come.
Yeah, there'll certainly be time for another, as Stokes has got 3 balls from the off-spinner to survive. It's a good delivery. See the man there just hovering at short mid-wicket, and Compton couldn't have placed it any better, really. It was a nice bit of bowling, though. He just a bit slower, just popped it up above the eye line.
Oh, nasty one from wide of the crease that time from Morne Morkel at 141 k's per hour.
This is a nasty delivery. have to wait and see if it disturbs the surface a touch. It definitely disturbs Ben Stokes' hip. Those are painful, especially when you're not expecting it. You're expecting to make contact with the bat, just beats that outside edge. And those are now. Now for our Sky viewers means very sore.
Chance on the boundary, and Markle's got him. It's worked. Stokes is gone, and South Africa have 5.
Ronnie Morkel did well because he wasn't that far away from the rope. He steadied himself, had a look. It's a big wicket, bit of a top edge. So Ben Stokes, the hero of the first innings, goes to the sweep shot. Ronnie Morkel steadies himself, takes the catch, and just about stops himself going over. Stokes is gone. He's gone for 26, 115 for 5.
Johnny Bairstow, the new man. It's an ever-improving test record that for Johnny Bairstow, his best in this match.
Let's have a look at that delivery then. Where was it? Outside the line of off stump. That's where you have got to be bowling if you have the man in front of square. Well caught.
Nearly. Rabada probing in and around that off stump.
We can have a look at the one that actually went for 4. A lot straighter. So he was able to hit it behind square.
And a bit fuller.
Chance out, got him, yes! He's got 3, here's trouble. Here's trouble for England.
Taylor was desperately thinking, do I hang around and hope? And he thought, no. I think he's very, very disappointed that it has come to the end like this.
Just off the glove. Just flicks the glove. Now England are in a spot of bother. And they shouldn't be on this surface. There might be 1 or 2 leaving as well.
You're not allowed to go anywhere.
Oh, no, I wasn't thinking of myself. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Whatever happens.
Yeah, interesting that Peter Numler feel they need to keep the 2 men on the drive. Here's the wicket again from James Taylor. Just flicks the glove on the way through, then off the thigh pad, and easy as you like for Bavuma. A successful over, 116 for 6.
You can see the ultra edge just showing that there was a sound. Not the sharp spike that you'll get when ball hits bat, hitting a softer material, the glove, so a wider spread of those spikes and not sharp.
As Bairstow's back foot out. It's a beautiful bit of bowling. The previous ball was quicker, this one was slower, it spun. It completely did for Bairstow in the flight. A beautiful bowling change and a beautiful piece of bowling.
Just looked like the cock might have missed the stumps initially and got it on second attempt. I don't know if my eyes are deceiving me. It's going to be close. Bairstow on his haunches in the middle.
Well, two things. What a bowling change from Hashim Amla, first of all. And a lovely bit of flight from Elgai. Just pops it up above the eye line. The previous ball was much quicker. This one was slower. It drew Bairstow into the drive, but where was his back foot? Long deliberation from Rod Tucker, the third umpire, greeted with huge relief in the England dressing room and for Johnny Bairstow. It was a very close call. I think he gave the only decision he could in the end on all the evidence we've seen, but it was so close.
There was good work from Quinton de Kock behind the stumps. He thought initially he had missed the stumps, but he didn't. Very quickly. Just bounced a little bit on him, which probably took a little bit of time to get the ball from his chest down to the stumps. It's amazing the position you can get into to get your body or your foot behind that line again. It's the most supple you've ever been as a batter.
Just to add a little insult to injury, to rub a little salt into the wound. Bairstow cuts hard and the lead now 153.
I think the tension of the England fans coming through with the 150 coming up there. Big celebration. Just dragged down and cut away.
Oh, here we go. Here's the umpires just having a bit of a chat now, asking the England batsmen if they're okay with the light. No, they're not actually doing that. I'm sure they're actually saying, righto, it's too dark, we think we're going off. There goes Moeen Ali and also Johnny Bairstow. They're trudging off at this stage.
Amla intimated that he was going to give the ball to Morne Morkel. So the light was sufficient for the spinners to operate in. But once the fast bowler comes on, it was not good enough. They aren't shaking hands because officially it's not over at this moment in time. The light could still improve and they could be back out there, but very unlikely. For now, bad light has stopped play.
Another 45 minutes actually before the game can officially be called off, and everyone agrees there's no way of going any further, no real reason to go further this test match. So it's not officially off. Bad light has stopped play at the moment. These two guys, Bairstow and Moeen Ali, have done an important job because there's no doubt England were in trouble. 116 for 6 in a bit of disarray, and South Africa getting 2 wickets first up this morning in the first half hour definitely put them on the back foot.
It's been a good test match for Johnny Bairstow. He had 2 innings and 180 runs without losing one of his wickets. The rain's starting to drizzle down.
It's not particularly heavy at the moment, but heavy enough for the ground staff to start getting a little bit agitated. So that's the situation at Newlands at the moment. Just before we zip away, let's just have a quick recap of where we are in this England innings. 159 for 6, Root 29, Taylor 27, Stokes 26 as well, and Bairstow has been good for his not out 30 apart from that little stomping scare. Nothing really in the partnerships. Just this last one, I guess, which has been pretty valuable.
And that's what the bowlers have done in this England second innings. P2 is 3 wickets. Morkel, Rabada and Morris 1 each, and you'd have to say that they certainly bowled well on this fifth-day pitch.
So final confirmation of what the situation is in this second test match. Big totals by both England and South Africa, and a couple of big totals by some individuals as well.
We start in Cape Town. What a fantastic place. It's going to be sweltering. That's the weather. It's also going to heat up out in the middle. Time to do battle. He'll treasure that cap. He'll keep it in a special place. Heads is the call.
We're going to bat first.
Now for the action.
crack that away. Good shot, beautiful shot from Stokes. Crack. That's another 4.
I don't care what anyone says, Stokes is box office.
He only knows one way, which is to attack. Pulled hard by Ben Stokes, a salute to the skies. He raises both arms, punches the air. It's a double 100 for Ben Stokes.
Edge, it's gone wide. Will it go for 4? Marinelli makes it 100. 100 for Timber Bavuma.
Timber Bavuma, you beauty! What an awesome achievement.
Ambler comes down the pitch, gets to it on the foot. There it is, a 200 for Hashim Amla. Delight on the face of the South African captain, who goes through to another double 100 in Test cricket.
This has been a presentation of Fox Sports.